Dev notes are out, and this is a big one. Usually, they just, have topics for multiple topics for dev notes, but this one, they seem to be in a need to drop this because, people are not having it. Transcendence Spawn is getting buffed. I honestly did not expect him to get buffed. I thought he was going to be mediocre, like Light Liz, and then get a, like a support character or something. I mean, Light Liz, so I'll talk about what I think they are buffing Bond, but we would like to share with your feedback and guidance regarding Bond that was unveiled for everyone on the 4th anniversary. The festival character, which appeared in the 4th anniversary, was developed as a powerful character that changes the PvP environment. Oh, like every festival? Skills and special tactics have been configured with the concept of suppressing the main character of the opponent's formation and gaining the advantage in battle. So the thing is that he actually still does that. It's just, first off, if you don't go first, Bond is the worst. But Bond, if you don't go first, Bond is a 0, right? But also, even then, against specific teams, if you don't have him 6-6, he ain't killing. Like, he just ain't. However, since the ability to defeat the opponent's main character to start battle is a great advantage in turn-based battles, we have adjusted the character balance so there is a risk in terms of conditions for activating the effect and the continued strength. Okay. I mean, again, it makes sense. Like, they say this, right? But how many metas have we had that you can kill someone in the first turn? Many metas, so I don't know. However, after the 4th anniversary update, many players who acquired Bond commented that it was difficult to use Bond's skill and that it was not strong enough as a festival character. Ricefield! Yeah, he's he's like a shitty seasonal. Based on everyone's opinions like this, we re-examine the performance based on the overall usability and win data of Bond. In the process, we confirmed that there is a big difference in the character's win rate to use and how to use it depending on players' development status. Like I said, if you don't go first, he ain't doing nothing. And for those who have not progressed significantly, we decided to use the Bond concept. We have confirmed that it's quite difficult to use the characters that follow. Okay, the translation here is... I don't know, maybe it's my brain that's not working properly because I just woke up. As a result, players were not able to fully experience the original goal of changing the PvP environment. It most certainly has not. If you take a look at the top teams, it's still Demon. Demon. And we should reproduce the characteristics and strengths of the original as a festival character. With that in mind, we have decided to adjust the balance of Bond. So, before we proceed, I'll tell you why I think they're buffing Bond. I did not think they were going to do this, because the way I see it is they've only buffed a character once, which was Margaret. Margaret went from being a very, very bad festival, very mediocre festival, probably the worst festival release ever, to being like the best thing in the game, post-buff. But I think that the reason they buffed her was not because of her performance, but because of her because of her, in-game performance, but because of her monetary performance. I think the banner did very terribly. So they buffed her so that people would be more inclined to summon, because, again, it didn't do so well. And I think this might be happening again. I saw a picture, I couldn't find the website, but Dora-chan showed it, and I'll use it for an example here real quick. These are some, money stats for JP. So in... is it June, or is it on the 5th? Sorry, it's May. In May, they made 9.49 G. However much that means, but this time they made 4.5. So they made about half as last year, which is a crazy drop. And I think Japan specifically, they're pretty big on Liz. And two, the character just sucked. I mean, at least Liz looked pretty good in concept. If you use Bond once, you know he sucks. And I don't know. I felt like they didn't buff Liz because he made a lot of money, even though, you know, very quickly realized she was very bad for PvP. But maybe she wasn't meant to be a PvP character. I don't know. Maybe she just wasn't. You know, Bond is getting a buff, I think, because the banner's doing terrible. And the banner's not doing terrible. They're probably doing somewhat good, considering the banner's so good. But I think the banner's not doing as good as they expected an anniversary banner to do. Mostly because the people that spend the most money, like cumulatively, are the whales, right? A bunch of people spending a little bit of money is one thing, but a bunch of whales spending a bunch of money is one thing. There probably is like a thing where, oh, you're seeing like Bond is not as good, I'm just gonna get one copy and then I'll pull him more times next banner because I'm a whale, so I'm gonna whale for another good character instead. There might be a little bit of that going on. So I know that if the banner was doing really good, they would not do this. They just wouldn't. They wouldn't bother. So this is good. Banner doing shit, they have to buff the character. We're discussing and conducting internal discussion to finish balance adjustments and modifications during the 4th anniversary when players can earn Bond. Yes, it would be nice to buff him before the banner leaves, right? As for the content of the adjustment, we plan to strengthen the existing concept of Bond and make corrections to compensate for its weakness. The main weakness he has is, or are, he doesn't do anything without the combo. Like, his attack card does fuck all. That is one of his biggest weaknesses. This card right here, the snipe, I don't know what it is. I think it's because the multiplier is so low for a single target. It might be that. But without having the mark, this shit ain't doing nothing. That is a huge, huge issue for this card. And even if you have like a level 1 and you do this, so like melees are surviving, you know? I don't know, it's a lot of setup. You need to do 2 cards in one character, which is not ideal ever, to do the damage of like melee's level 1. You know what I mean? I don't know. First and most importantly, we plan to raise the damage increase value linked to the special move level so that players who are not at the high growth stage can experience the concept. Okay. Making him less pay to win. That is interesting. In addition, we plan to change the focus mark debuff, which is the core concept of Bond, to be maintained for a certain number of turns of being erased by... Okay. Yeah, as soon as you do this, the debuff goes away. I don't think that's the issue, though. I mean, if they can make this card AoE, I don't know if that would be too strong, but if they can make this card AoE, and then you plow 2 of these back to back on the one enemy, sure. But I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is there's too much focus that needs to happen for Bond to do something. And then after that, he's not doing anything for the rest of the match because no one's going to be targeted unless they get really lucky and get the card. So, and will be adjusted to expand the range of skills. Oh, okay, that might mean the Ricky AoE. Expand the range of skill utilization. That might mean they're making AoE. I don't know. We're also planning to adjust some of Bond's survivability to give it a chance, even when it's a disadvantage. I'm assuming they mean when you're only going second. Regarding the formation, we plan to proceed with changes in the direction that can be used with more various characters. I'm assuming they're meaning, you know, his passive only works with sins. They should add humans. Humans is the obvious thing here. Like, it's so dumb that he only works with sins. It's so dumb considering all the human characters they were releasing before the anniversary. It's, I don't know. It's like they were doing this on purpose, bro. Adjusting the balance of the character that have appeared will cause confusion among many players and lose confidence in the character's performance, so we carefully proceeded it, or considered it. But for the 4th anniversary, we have responded to the expectations of our players. We have decided to adjust the balance of the characters because we want to protect the expectations, blah blah blah. The balance adjustments currently undergoing final testing with the goal of applying during the maintenance on Thursday, June 8th. So in 6 days. June 8th is next maintenance. June 8th, we'll be getting probably the new Arthur as well. So there's that. If he works with humans, that will probably be a very good combo, I assume. So, I mean, that's good. Bond needed this, alright? Anniversary units should not be mediocre, you know? People are like, oh, you know, whenever a character is not broken, you're crying. Shut the fuck up, bro. The character is just bad. He's not even like not broken. He's just bad, you know? An anniversary festival should not be bad. Ever. Don't have to be broken, but bad? No. That's no.